Now that kind of brings us to why we're here tonight. Our current challenges, things that are up and coming in the wastewater industry. A lot of them revolve around each other and around specific problems. Changes to our phosphorus regulations coming from the DNR and EPA. The uncontrolled formation of struvite crystals in our anaerobic digestion process. Biosolids management, as well as our digestion capacity. Currently, our effluent phosphorus limit is 0.93 milligrams per liter. The DNR and EPA are doing a TMDL, a total maximum daily limit of what the Wisconsin River watershed can sustain. Our possible future limits will be less than 0.1 milligrams per liter. So as you can see, that's a very large decrease in the amount of phosphorus that we can put into our receiving waters without violating our permit. Those permit changes could come as early as November of 2017. To continue on with the phosphorus issue, we get what's called struvite built up in our digesters. That's basically, we take all of the phosphorus from our liquid train, our liquids portion of our treatment facility. We bind it up biologically. Then when it goes into our anaerobic digesters, that phosphorus is re-released into our anaerobic digesters. At that time, it binds up with magnesium and ammonia to form what they call struvite, which is magnesium ammonium phosphate. This material clogs pipes, it creates sand-like particles, and it wears equipment down. And I hit the same button again. That brings us on to our next challenge, biosolids management. We currently have about 200 days of storage. We're required by the DNR to have 180 days of biosolids storage. This is material that was anaerobically digested, and we're waiting to be able to put it out on the farm fields as a fertilizer. But as everybody who lives in Wisconsin knows, 200 days still isn't enough. That means if we haul out in October, we have to be able to start hauling again by the middle to the end of March. We cannot go on frozen ground. We can't go until the fields dry up and the road limits come off. So ideally, we'd have a minimum of 240 days of storage. We currently have 200. So this is definitely going to be a capacity issue in the very near future. And then we come back to phosphorus again. The nutrient management of farm fields is going to be regulated as strong as our effluent for our wastewater treatment facility. As you can see, I've got written, pushing the wrong buttons again. As you can see, the phosphorus regulations will result in a 75% lower application rate for our biosolids. This would mean that instead of the current 400 acres per year that we need to land apply our biosolids, we're going to need over 1,700 acres of land to apply biosolids. When you drive out of town, you look around, there's farm fields everywhere. I think that should be no problem at all. The problem with Portage County, we have a lot of restrictions on our land availability. We have crop restrictions, so anything that is in vegetable farms, whether it be potatoes, peas, beans, anything of that nature, we can't go on. We also have a very large wellhead protection area to the east side of the city to protect our city drinking water. And then if you go to the west side of the city, we have a very large area that has very poor soils, has very heavy soils, and very close to groundwater. And all of our property that we can go on must be approved by the DNR, and they won't approve a lot of the property that's located in Portage County. The final challenge here is our anaerobic digestion capacity. We currently have about 20 days worth of storage capacity. We're required to have a minimum of 15 days according to our DNR permit. As the city grows and industry grows, this will definitely be a facility, a capacity issue in the near future. And And then there's also some untapped biogas potential in this material yet. The digested solids that's currently coming out of our anaerobic digesters isn't fully digested. It's digested past the point of being able to land apply it, so it's very safe to land apply, but we're not getting every bit of potential that we can get out of this material. There's potentially another 20% growth in biogas just from our current loading rates by increasing our detention times.